Stay with your horse, mister? Clean stalls, plenty of oats and water, $1 a day.
You got yourself a customer. Is it always this hot around here?
It ain't but 98 in the shade. You want to see it get hot, wait till Friday. It'll get hot then. A whole lot hotter.
Take care of my horse, will you?
Howdy.
How you doing?
Room for one?
Yep.
And just signed a book. You're a stranger in these parts.
That's right.
Here for cattle buying?
Yeah, looking first, then buying.
Well, we got the finest ones here. Purebred beeves. We're famous for them. Prove your herd or build them from scratch. We got them. Well, now, I guess you want to freshen up and start to those ranches and look at those cattle, right?
Yeah, I like plenty of hot water for washing.
Well, Mr. Cartwright, here's your key.
You take your drunks pretty serious around here, don't you?
Oh, he's not drunk. Now, your room is 25, top of the landing to the right.
If he's not drunk, what's the matter with him?
I wouldn't concern myself if I were you, Mr. Cartwright. He's beyond help. This man's a dying man. Name is Stephen Friday. Black Friday.
Steve Friday, sure.
I wouldn't, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, I would.
Hey. You're cutting in to do another man's work, boy. For the time being, anyway.
Hey, Steve. Steve, it's me, Joe. Joe Cartwright.
Yeah, I remember. But what are you doing here?
You're in no condition to be down here. Let me get you upstairs in bed.
You mean in my grave, don't you? Now, don't try and trick me, because I'll kill you. Just like the others, I'll kill you.
Get it clear in your head, boy. I got a special reservation in on Mr. Friday. In fact, 3 days from now. Friday the 13th. The only one this year. Right, Judge?
It's poetic justice that he should die on that day. And quite fitting that he should crawl until then.
Now, don't you forget. Friday's all mine.
I just want to help you, that's all.
Leave me alone.
It's a heck of a way to talk to an old friend.
Friend? Maybe. That was when I worked on the Ponderosa. A long time ago. Things change.
Yeah, I could have guessed that without you telling me. Got a lot of fever. How long you been sick? Gotta keep that filled. I'll get you some more. How about something to eat, too?
Feeling sorry for me can get you killed.
I'll be back.
Don't bother. I don't need you. I don't need anybody.
See if I can get you, Doctor. Howdy.
Buenos dias, senor.
Hey, let me have a bowl of soup, a couple of biscuits, and some tea on a tray, please.
Si, senor.
Oh, wait a minute, Tony. I'm sorry, Mr. Cartwright, but you gotta eat that food down here like everybody else.
Look, you got a sick man upstairs.
Well, I know. Well, come on, why don't you forget the whole thing and have a drink on the house, huh?
Where can I find a doctor?
Well, I don't recollect.
Thanks.
Judge, how long you gonna let him get in the way?
I hired you to spill only one man's blood. The man that murdered my son.
Do you really think Friday's gonna come out and face me?
When Stephen Friday makes a date for a gunfight, he comes out regardless of how he feels. Especially on his name day. But to play safe, we'll starve him a little and goad him a little. Instead of being impatient, you should thank me for making it easy for you to earn your fee.
Hold on. The patient will live long enough for me to get my coat on. What did you say his name was?
I just don't like leaving him alone too long, that's all.
That's the second time you dodged my question.
Well, what difference does it make what the man's name is?
It does if it's Stephen Friday.
Look, you got a sick man over in the hotel. You're the only doctor in this town. You gonna let him stay sick?
Listen, young fellow, there's a certain amount of risk just living in a trail town like Chiso. Now, I'd be willing to stretch that risk even thinner for a man with, say, the average amount of good and bad in him. But Black Friday...
What gives you the right to judge the good and bad in a man?
I'll get you some medication. You get my point, don't you? Why, I'd face a contagious disease without hesitation, but this...
You know, my pa once said that fear and hate are the two most contagious diseases known to man.
That's all right. Give him a half a powder every 2 hours. Use some cool compresses. See that he takes some nourishment, solid food if he can hold it down. The fever should drop within 48 hours. It's pointless, you know. They'll kill him before the week's out.
Thanks for the medicine. medicine. I got fancier pictures in my room.
Yeah, you told me you were going for water. I forgot.
Yeah, the fever will do that to a man.
You can get yourself killed that way.
Yeah. Just take one of these every 2 hours. I'll be on your feet in a couple of days. Drink it. There you go.
Water, medicine. Why do you bother? Dora ask you to?
No, I haven't seen Dora since you two left Virginia City.
No. She wouldn't ask you to. Even if she knew. That's all finished. There's a lot of roads. A lot of towns since Virginia City. But you heard about me. 16 men. You had to hear about me.
Yeah, I heard about you. First, I didn't believe it. I never thought I'd hear you talk about it like you were proud.
You're proud. The way you gentle horses. Handle stock. All I got to be proud is what I can do with this.
Didn't used to be that way. That first time, first one in Virginia City, I heard that wasn't your fault. You were suckered into it.
Yeah. Money gun. Drunk, trying to build himself a reputation. He picked on me for an easy score. I was more surprised than he was that it turned out the other way around.
Why'd you run away?
I guess I just figured I should move on. I went on down the road. Another optimist waiting around the bend for me.
Come on. Let's get you in bed.
No, I'm all right.
Yeah, you're great. Some kitten's in better shape than you're in. Let's give that medicine a chance to work.
It doesn't matter. End of the week, I'll be fine.
Let's get you in bed anyway. Friday the 13th, huh? That's the day they picked.
My name day. Day I fight Nate Jakes.
Yeah, if you're able.
Able or not, I fight him.
You sound like a man who wants to die.
Man who's got no choice.
We'll talk about that Friday. Right now, you need some solid food.
Joe? You're not careful. You're liable to get killed instead of me. Don't come back.
Mr. Willett?
Thanks, Tony.
Rare.
It better be.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright. Another steak, Tony. I'm Josh Willett, known around here as the Judge. I know your father by reputation. Fine man. A fine ranch, the Ponderosa. I presume you're here to buy cattle?
Yeah, that was the general idea.
Well, sit down, Mr. Cartwright. I hope you don't mind my ordering you a steak. An apology for not welcoming you to Chiso before now. This is Mr. Jakes, an associate of mine. You may have heard of him.
Yeah, Nate Jakes, I've heard of him.
As owner of the largest ranch in these parts, well, not as big as the Ponderosa, but a fair spread, I can be of considerable help to you. If you don't find what you want in my herds, I'll see that you do on one of the other ranches at the right price.
Now, that's what I call a right generous offer.
After you've eaten your steak, I'll have one of my men take you out to my ranch. Plenty of room. We can put you up.
Yeah, to maybe Saturday or Sunday, huh?
Well, It will take at least 2 days to look over my herds.
Mr. Willett, you can talk plainer than that. Why don't you say what you mean?
Why not? There's an old rule that says a wise man does not intrude in matters that don't concern him. I think you should heed it, Mr. Cartwright.
I got a sick man upstairs. All of you down here. And you're gonna give me a good price on some cattle if I leave town for a couple of days.
You know, Judge, he catches on real quick.
Oh, thank you. It's a good-looking steak. How much?
$1.50, but that's my pleasure.
I always buy my own dinner.
Looks like I'm going to be collecting another fee.
There's just nothing I can do, Mr. Cartwright. Stephen Friday's sick. He's not beat up or shot. Nobody's laid a hand on him.
But he can't get out of the hotel, and the day after tomorrow, they're gonna kill him.
Hold it. I can only concern myself with what's happening right now.
Come on, Sheriff, come on. You're dodging the issue.
No, I think you're the one that's dodging. You're dodging the fact that Friday has already gunned down 16 men.
All right, then arrest him. Arrest him and get him out of the hotel.
He's not on any wanted posters. He never has been. He doesn't operate that way. No, all of his kills have been called fair fights.
Oh, and you know they weren't fair, huh?
Well, now, are you one of those people who thinks that gunslingers are exciting and romantic?
I think he's a human being. You just said he wasn't wanted by the law.
All right. Let's look at the facts. Friday rides in here almost a week ago. Old people are chasing him, but he wants to stay right here of his own free will. Well, now, right away, I figure him just being here is trouble. And, mister, I was right. Willett rides in. Nate Jakes rides in. Within 12 hours. Another fact. He lies up there and he gets sick. Well, now, you know how word travels. There's a few other fellas that'd like to be in on his killing. So they start to gather, just in case Friday outdraws Jakes. At last count, there were 2 of them.
I met Willett. Who's the other ones?
Enos Lowe. Lowe's little brother wasn't fast enough to take Friday. Now, Lowe is no gunman, but, oh, he is a wizard with a rifle. And then there's Cole Berry. He's no more than a kid, but he's fast, and he'd like to build a reputation.
3 or 4. Those are tough odds on a well man.
Oh, there's a couple of local boys that'd like to be in on that killing, too. And some of our more respectable citizens, why, they can just hardly wait for Friday the 13th. You see, Mr. Cartwright, when gunfighters start to cut each other down, honest folks benefit.
So you sentenced him to death without a trial, huh?
Oh, that wasn't me. That was Judge Willett. And folks around here think that he did right. Now, Mr. Cartwright, why don't you forget about Stephen Friday? He's not worth your worry. Not to mention your life.
Just doing what I was told, mister.
Well, you were told wrong. I'm not ready to leave town just yet. Take him back to the stable.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, the man who had your room showed up, so I gave it to him. And since there's no other room in the house...
I'll move in with Mr. Friday.
Morning. Thought maybe you'd like to know it's time for breakfast.
Yeah, steak and eggs and grits and biscuits. And lots of hot coffee to wash it down. That is, for them that can get served. Great to have friends, isn't it? How you feeling this morning?
It's too early to tell. You planning on a party?
Why, don't you believe in shaving?
Not when I might have to drink that same water.
Hey, well, don't you worry about the water. You got plenty of it right outside that fountain in the middle of the street. There's your medicine there. It's the last of it. Drink up. I'll go get us some more water, and you can wash up. We'll go down and get something to eat.
You think they're gonna serve you, huh?
Sure, you're gonna serve me. Served me last night.
Did they? How come you didn't bring me anything?
We had plenty of steak left over there. Didn't think you were hungry, that's all. Here, drink some more of this. Water's good for the fever. There you go. I'll get this one filled up. Yeah. How would you like your eggs?
Sunny side up.
Gotcha.
Morning, Mr. Cartwright. On a hot day, ain't it?
Mr. Cartwright? Are your breakfast's waiting.
We went through that yesterday.
I know. And I misjudged you badly. I've ordered a tray prepared for Mr. Friday. In return, I only ask that you listen to me for a few moments.
Want the pitcher filled with water?
Oh, sure. Get him some water. Please. Do you know who you're risking your life for? Do you know what he is?
Yeah, I think I do.
I don't mean statistics. 16 men killed in gunfights. There's no blood or pain in numbers. I mean specifics, Mr. Cartwright. Such as a boy named Billy Willett. An 18-year-old boy walks into a saloon. Someone gives him whiskey. His head spins until he doesn't know what he's doing. A professional gunman sees him, taunts him, and cuts him down. That's who you're helping.
I'm sorry about your son, Mr. Willett. But if it happened like you said, then why didn't the law do something about it?
The law was blind. The law said it was a fair fight 5 years ago, and he's gone on killing ever since, and still the law does nothing. So now, I'm doing the law's job, Mr. Cartwright. A fair fight. All legal.
And you can call it fair and legal to hire a gunman to kill a sick man.
Mr. Friday's breakfast. The last meal either of you will get in this town. And the last water. I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want anyone hurt but Stephen Friday. But get between Friday and his retribution, and you'll get hurt.
Will it let you bring this up here?
Yeah.
How come? Is it poison?
No, he just wanted to talk. Wanted me to listen.
Oh, yeah. That 18-year-old boy I butchered. That helpless boy who took a drink and didn't know up from down. I heard how he tells it.
And how do you tell it?
I don't.
Then it happened the way Willett said, huh?
Oh, come on. What's the use in talking about it? His side, my side, the boy's dead.
I want to hear you tell it.
All right. Billy Willett was 18, but he was no boy. He'd killed 2 cowhands by the time he decided I'd be number 3. He came up on me from behind. He had his gun half out of his holster. Then he yelled. His bullet burned my side. It's the closest I ever came. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, I should have known.
Everybody should know. Everybody should know. Everybody should know about the wife who keeps begging you to stop. And you keep telling her you can't stop because the guns keep coming up against you. And inside you know you can't stop. And after the 10th or the 12th, she knows it too. And she leaves. And your whole world goes out that door with her.
Doc's been called out of town. He won't be back till tomorrow afternoon.
Friday afternoon.
He went out to the Willets Ranch. The judge asked me to tell you that.
Oh, so you work for Willett, too?
No, not yet. Jakes has a bigger reputation, so Willett hired him. But I'll get my chance.
Oh, what do you have against Friday?
Oh, not a thing. First time I ever saw him was yesterday afternoon when he almost fell down the stairs in the hotel.
You don't even know him and you still want to kill him?
Yeah, the place to start is at the top. When I get him, I get his reputation, everything that goes with it. The gun jobs and the money.
You kill a man you never even spoke to just for that, for the money.
And I'll get it, too, because Jakes isn't fast enough. That's why I'm hanging around running errands. When Friday gets Jakes, I'll get Friday. And all the money Jakes would have got. If it turns out the other way, same difference. I'll take Jakes, and I've still got it all.
Howdy, Mr. Cartwright. You want your horse? I'll have Charlie saddle it up for you. 1 horse. That's all you take.
No, I don't want the horse saddle. Just came over to check him. It's a hot day. I want to make sure he's getting plenty of water.
It's already been taken care of. We wouldn't let no horse go without water.
Thank Judge Willett for me.
Willett's got nothing to do with it. It's my idea. You want your horse, you can have it any time up till sundown. After that, nobody leaves.
You got a real brave town here. All of you against one sick man.
Still sick, huh? Glad to hear it. You know, my brother'd been in the saddle for 30 hours. Out on his feet when Friday gunned him down. It's, kind of fitting the way things are working out.
You might think so.
And, don't try sneaking out the back door of the hotel. Somebody's always watching.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
I know you want it to happen tomorrow, Judge, but I think you're making a big mistake. Cartwright come down here to buy cattle, didn't he? Then he sees Friday, and all of a sudden...
Shut up.
If anything proves I'm right, that does. We can't talk anymore when he's around. Look, Judge, first he moves in with Friday. That makes 2 of them. Now, that don't bother me. I beat those kind of odds before.
Then what's the problem?
Like I said, Cartwright come here to buy cattle. He's not going to hit the trail alone. He's got drovers follow him in.
And if he does have?
If he does have 6, 8, 10 drovers, that's a small army. I say do it now.
Impossible. Friday will not come out of that room until tomorrow noon. You know that, and I know it.
Then I'll go in after him, with Cartwright in the room or out. It's all one to me.
That would be shooting a sick man in his bed. A clear case of murder. And that I will not have.
When he sees me, he'll draw. Don't worry, you'll get your fair fight.
Without witnesses? And open to question? No.
Maybe Jakes doesn't want to give Friday another day to get well, Judge. Maybe that's what's bothering him. If you don't want the job, I'll take it.
Sonny, if you don't stop trying to cut in, I promise. I'll take you first.
Well, now you can try, Jakes.
I told you I hired Jakes. And I told you why. I want to hear no more from you. I want Stephen Friday's death. Legal beyond all doubt. I want him killed on the anniversary of my son's death. At noon on Friday the 13th.
My shadow's still out there?
Yeah. Yeah, he's still out there.
Holiness low. Couldn't hit himself with a 6-gun. With that carbine, he'll hit anything he can see.
Yeah, so I've heard. Hey, your head's burning up, your fever's going up again. And doctor said cold compresses is some great cold, but it's better than nothing.
My throat's dry. Can you give me some water?
Yeah. Here's a little bit. I'll get you some more.
Keeping you busy?
Yeah.
Cartwright's giving him all that food and medicine. And getting water for him, making a well man out of him. If this keeps on, and Friday's gonna be more than you can handle, Jakes.
The judge said no water. You should have listened to him, Cartwright, because your luck just ran out. I'm calling you.
I guess maybe you're in the market for a new gun hand. I thought you would be.
$1,500. Same thing I offered him.
You got yourself a new man.
What's the matter, Joe? Don't feel so good?
Just had to kill a man.
I told you to stay out of it.
Yeah, well, I didn't have much choice, did I?
You know how many times I've said that?
Yeah, well, it's gonna have to get himself a new gun, and least that'll buy us some time.
He don't need much time. He's got a line waiting outside.
Yeah, I talked to that kid at the doc's office yesterday.
Barry? Yeah, he would be the first in line.
He said he didn't even know you.
But he wants to kill me. You find that hard to understand, don't you? I don't. I understand it very well.
There's that Barry kid out there showing off.
That's probably a little more than that. Gunfighters sometimes send their reputations down the road ahead of them to scare the man they're going to meet. Barry doesn't have a reputation, so he probably wants to show me what he can do. The one thing he can't show me is what he does when the target shoots back. You know, when we didn't have any, all I could think about was water. Now that we've got it, my thirst is gone.
You're in no shape to go out there.
In 30 minutes, we'll know.
Send your hired gun away, Mr. Will. I don't want to talk to you alone.
Let him have his say. What's on your mind?
Came to ask for a little mercy for Friday.
Mercy, Mr. Cartwright? For a man who doesn't know the meaning of the word? I can't help you. You chose to involve yourself with a man who's about to be killed legally.
Did you say killed legally?
At noon today, the 5th anniversary of my son's murder.
Now tell me just what kind of killing is legal, Mr. Willett. A hanging? Yes, but only after a man has been tried in a courtroom. Convicted and sentenced. Now, I don't see any courtroom here, no judge, no jury. All I see is an armed mob waiting to force a sick man out into the street so he can be murdered. And you're gonna call that legal?
I'm taking advantage of the loophole in the law that Friday has used in all his killings. At noon, Stephen Friday comes out of that room to meet Mr. Barry. A face-to-face shootout in the street. A fair fight. That kind of killing is legal, Mr. Cartwright?
Your son was killed in a face-to-face shootout, Mr. Willett, and you call that one murder. If your boy had been a tenth of a second faster, that could be him up in the room right now instead of Friday. Or don't you like to think about that?
There's been enough talk.
Everything fair and legal.
You still have a few minutes. If you want to say goodbye to your friend.
Come on, what are you trying to prove? All right, you got a kid out on the street who's trying to build himself a reputation. Don't give him a chance to do it.
What do you suggest I do? All you managed was to lose your gun.
I say stay in the room, don't go out there.
Till I starve or they burn me out?
Now, when my father gets here with some men, we'll get you out of here.
Then what? I go to another town where other Judge Willets and Cole Berries are waiting for me.
Five minutes to 12. Got another gun?
Yeah. There's one in the drawer.
When you go out there, I'm going with you.
Thanks, Joe.
Got the top man.
I got his reputation. I got it all.
Last town. The end of the road. I didn't want to kill your boy. I had enough killing.
So you got what you wanted. You got him, you got your reputation. You got your revenge. All of Well, you all got just what you wanted, didn't you? By killing a man with an empty gun.
Morning.
Morning.
You riding through, or do you plan to stay a while here in Concho?
Oh, I thought I'd stay a day or two. Why?
You'll have to check your rig over at the sheriff's office. You can pick it up on your way out.
It apply to strangers only?
No, everyone. No weapons allowed in town. It's a law Sheriff Irwin's a real stickler for.
Well, can't say it's a bad law. Paul Rowan in town today?
He sure is. You know the sheriff?
Yeah, I know him.
Ben Cartwright.
I'll be you, son of a gun.
A long time, Paul.
It sure has a long time.
Last time was when you tracked that fella all the way down to Virginia City, that escaped convict.
Yeah. Good to see you, Ben. What are you doing in Concho?
Well, came to see you. And Catherine. And Timmy. Had some business over at Minden, so I thought I'd swing by this way before I headed back to the Ponderosa.
Minden? 70-mile swing just to say hello?
And the miles went easy. How was the family?
Fine. Come on, find out for yourself. Bill, we'll be back shortly. Oh, your gun. Sorry, Ben. No exceptions. Put that with the others, will you? Kathy, when she sees you, she's just gonna laugh and cry, and then she's gonna give me the devil for not warning her so she could have been ready.
I'll tell you something. This town is sure peaceful and quiet.
Good family town now, Ben.
Yeah, well, you've made it that way, I know.
Well. Major Landers! Hold it. Right there.
Paul, what is it? What's the matter?
You know what's the matter? Hand me that rifle.
I
want the weapon! Now, you know what my orders are? What do you bring this into town for?
If you look, Paul, you'll see the hammer is broken. I was taking it to Charlie's to have it repaired.
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm a little tired. It's made me edgy.
Forget it.
Appreciate the next time, though, if you stop by my office and let me know.
Next time I will.
Ben, this is Major Landers, old friend of mine, Ben Cartwright.
Mr. Cartwright?
Major?
I'm running a little late. I better go. You won't forget, you and your missus, an invite to dinner Saturday night?
We'll be there.
Paul? You're working too hard. Why don't you take a couple of days off? Go fishing.
You sound just like Catherine. Like I tell her, don't you fret about me. Come on, we're keeping her waiting.
That smells good. Catherine, I'd be hard put to tell you when I've had a better meal.
Oh, thank you, Ben. I say, if Paul had told me you'd be here, I could have prepared something special.
What'd I tell you, Ben?
Well, on such short notice, it's been a mighty fine meal. I tell you, Hop Sing couldn't do any better.
Well, I've had plenty of practice doing things on short notice.
You mean to tell me that after all these years, you still haven't put that man of yours on a regular schedule?
Not in 12 years. His job runs 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Oh, come on now. A couple of Sundays ago, we took the day off and went on that picnic.
Darling, that was 2 months ago.
2 months, huh? You mean it's been 12 years since you've been wearing that badge?
12 years.
And 7 months.
Yeah, years go by. Doesn't seem that long.
Maybe not to you, Ben. But it seems like 100 years to me.
Good coffee, hon.
Bang! 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 Got you, running horse! You and your brave surrender, I'll kill you all! Bang! 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 Bang!
I have told you again and again I don't want you to do this anymore. You understand? Don't do it anymore!
Oh, the kids play cowboys and Indians ball.
There are other games you can play.
They ain't as much fun.
Fun. Games, huh? Games. That's how they learn it from us, right, Ben? See the grown-ups fighting and killing each other. Then they play at doing the same thing, and so it goes on and on. Never stops. All right, Timmy is. Come on. You go on upstairs and do your schoolwork. Well, it looks like the two of you were right. Sure need that vacation. Give this old head of mine a little rest.
Is the pain very bad?
Oh, no, I'm all right now. Don't fret about me. Give Ben some more coffee.
Catherine. How long's he been like this?
Well, it started about 6 months ago. I just, got headaches, and well, lately it's been getting worse. No eating. And the nightmares.
Has he been to the doctor?
Ben, you know Paul. The only time he'll see a doctor is to set a broken bone or take out a bullet.
Well, he's tired. He's overtired. Now, Catherine, you've got to see to it that he has a vacation. It's up to you.
Oh, Paul, you still own that piece of land south of town? Oh, no, almost paid for. Gonna raise prime stock on it as soon as I retire.
When are you going to retire?
I don't know exactly. Shouldn't be too long now, though.
Oh, that'll make Catherine happy.
As soon as I get things squared around here.
Always keep the family happy is what I say.
It's old man Bleecker, all right, shooting up the countryside again.
Roll the guns here in town. But out there, it's different.
Out there, man needs a gun.
Does he? Let's bring him in.
I know you of old. You have my poor pockets of silver and gold. If the ocean were whiskey and I was a duck, I'd swim to the bottom and never come up. Lie, whiskey, I cry. If I don't get my whiskey, I surely will die.
Timmy likes it when I bring the old-timer in. He sits outside his cell and listens to him tell stories about how he was a buffalo hunter and how he fought the Indians.
You know, I kind of like to hear those stories myself.
Well, go on, get him out. Make sure he doesn't have a bottle under his shirt this time.
Yes, sir.
As soon as I'm sure he can do his job all the way and keep Concho clean the way I made it, That's when I walked, Ben. That's when I start my Ponderosa. Had a belly full of it in my lifetime, I can tell you.
All right, son, let's go.
Well, you can't take that gun into jail with you.
If I can't take Bess with me, I ain't a-going.
All right, no more nonsense, Bleecker. Give me the gun.
You'll have to take her from me first, son.
Now, I'm not fooling with you. Give me the gun.
No, I ain't gonna go without Bess.
For the last time, give me that gun.
I better get in there.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I didn't handle it right, did I? It never should have happened.
Never should have happened. They died for no reason.
Paul, why don't you go on home? Your report can wait till later. I'll do what has to be done with him.
You all right, mister?
What's happened to him?
I don't know.
Gone mad, stark raving mad.
Get the wounded off the streets before he starts shooting again. Everybody, you too, Toller. He's in there. Gotta go in, maybe talking some sense into him. Hurry that wagon.
Get that wagon over. Come back in the morning. I'll check that wound. Be careful.
I tell you, Doctor,
It's a miracle no one was killed.
You're lucky that bullet just grazed you.
Just don't understand it. I thought I knew Paul so well. I was standing there, and suddenly he was turning on that horse and firing. It was all so sudden.
Perhaps not so sudden, Mr. Cartwright. Those years in the war, the horrible responsibility of command, I saw it happen with men who had been in combat too long. Do you ever notice that Paul never talked about the war? It was building up inside him all the time. Then he became a lawman. It was the war all over again. But he hated the killing part of it. I begged him to take a vacation, but he said he didn't have time. He said he wanted to make this a safe town to live in.
Ben! Ben, are you all right?
Oh, yes. No, this is just grazed, but it was to me.
I left him with neighbors. They told me what happened. What are we going to do?
Oh, everything's going to be all right.
What are we going to do?
Don't worry about anything, Catherine.
I've got to find Paul.
You can't. The shots ricocheted off the wall and nicked me in the wrist.
All right, get over here.
Oh, Ben, I've got to find Paul.
Catherine,
I've got to talk
now
to
listen,
him.
you've got to stay right here. You can't go out there, you understand? You can't go out there. You've got to take care of Timmy. I'm going to take you home. Doctor, where does that door lead?
The alley. Use it. It's safer.
Come on. Come on.
No. You stay. I'm all right. Please help Paul.
I'll help him all I can.
The others, they want to kill him.
No, they don't want to kill him, Catherine. They just want him to stop firing. It's a war. Kill them all. Cut them down. It's a war. Levering. Check the ammunition. Collins, you all right? Get your head down! Danforth. Check the rest of the men. Tell them not to move around too much. Anything?
It's been quiet. He's still inside. He's surrounded. There is no way for him to get out without us seeing him.
Good idea, Major, these torches. If he tries to break out, we'll gun him down before he goes 2 feet.
Shoot only if he shoots first. Your gun, Mr. Cartwright. We need all the help we can get.
There's got to be another way.
There ain't no other way.
We'll get a chance to talk about it at the meeting. You'll be there, Mr. Cartwright.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Catherine!
Paul! Paul, it's me, Catherine. Paul, please come out. Paul, please, we want to help you.
Get down! Hold your fire. Hold your fire.
He tried to kill me, Ben. Why?
Now, Catherine, Paul isn't well. He needs help. He's sick. Now, I don't know how I'm going to help him, but somehow I will. But right now, I got to get you out of here.
It's a trick. A Reb trick. Reb dressed up as a woman. Tried to make me think she was... Catherine. No, she wouldn't be part of this killing it. Catherine, stay back. Watch the window now. Timmy. Timmy, come here, boy. Get down low. Get down low now. Come on, stay low. It's a boy, Timmy. Don't worry now, son. I'm gonna protect you. You don't need to worry anymore, boy. You'll be safe with me, boy. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm so glad to see you, is all. Timmy. Now, I told you not to play with these guns.
I've had enough. How many more folks you gotta shoot before you figure we should stop him?
I agree. I've already said so. The drone has to be stopped, but not by the way you suggest.
Man's got a point. If you don't like the idea of having to kill Rowan, less than we have to.
We have to. You ever see a range steer go berserk? He stomps, he hooks his horns into anything that gets in his way. Cows, calves, makes no difference. He just wants to kill. Now, Rowan is like one of them steers for sure.
Toller's right. There ain't no way to stop him except with a bullet in the head.
Paul Rowan is no range steer gone berserk. He doesn't want to kill.
Why won't he come out? That's all he has to do.
Major's right. We've tried to talk him down from there half a dozen times. All he does is cut loose with that rifle.
You saw what happened with his wife. He's not coming out.
So we force him out. Same as we do with a steer gone bad who hides in the brush.
And, just how do you do it, Toller?
We burn him out.
Well, I suppose that would solve your problem. I don't want any part of it.
Paul Rowan put his life on the line I don't know how many times for you. He made this town a place where you can raise your family. Without danger. Safe, secure. I sure think you owe him more than a bullet in his brain.
Mr. Cartwright, Paul Rowan is our friend, too. We served together in the Army. There's not a man in this room who doesn't owe him a debt of thanks. But he shot 5 innocent people. We all live in this town. We must protect our families, because our families are the town. Now, what do you expect us to do?
Wait.
Why give him time to do more damage?
Because I'm begging you to. I'm begging for a few more hours. Hours that might just bring Rowan back to his senses. Doctor, that is possible, isn't it?
In a case like this, anything's possible.
I don't see no harm in waiting a spell longer.
Well?
Until morning.
They've given us till morning. That's all. Sometimes between now and then, we've got to get through to Paul. We've got to make him understand.
Till the morning, right?
Now, the nightmares. What about the nightmares? What were they like? Did he talk about them? Did he discuss them with you?
No, he always refused to talk about them.
Well, were you around when they had the nightmares, or did he scream out?
Yes, he used to. He used to cry out men's names,
yeah.
And then he'd shout military orders that had to do with battles, and then he'd wake up in a cold sweat and trembling, and then he'd stay awake until morning.
Ma, has Pa come home yet?
No, he hasn't come home yet. And what are you doing up out of bed?
Do you want to kill my Pa too, Mr. Cartwright?
What kind of a question is that, Timmy? Don't be silly.
Because when I was at Jody's house, he said they were going to kill my Pa.
Timmy, no, nobody's going to kill your Pa. Nobody's going to hurt your Pa. Well, we wouldn't let anybody hurt your Pa. Of course not. Nobody's going to hurt him. He's the sheriff in this town. Nobody hurts the sheriff. No, Timmy. Timmy, you going up to bed, huh? All right? Up you go.
Don't let them kill my Pa, Mr. Cartwright. Don't let them.
Timmy, go up to bed now.
Timmy, nothing is going to happen to your Pa. All right? You going up to bed, and your Mommy will be right up. Catherine, what about those nightmares?
Swell. Gray, check the rear. Keep your eyes open for a flank attack. Jespers. Take a look at Garland. That leg one's pretty bad. Garrett? 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 It's no good. You can't handle the job yet. It's no good. No good. Garrett? Garrett. Bleecker.
you take a man's brain out, repair the damage done to it, and then put it back. Medicine's come a long way, but not that far.
They're trying to fix an unseen wound.
Yes, you could call it that.
This town sure seems to have a cure, doesn't it? Doctor, does it have to be that way?
I was up all night asking myself the same question. Mr. Cartwright, there's a hospital.
Hospital? Oh, please don't tell me about a hospital like that. Not hospitals or prisons, or dirty, filthy dungeons. I've seen what they do to people like Paul in those hospitals. They put iron rings around their neck. They chain them to concrete walls. They throw food through the bars at them. They lie there in their filth. They die there in their filth. They bury them in unmarked graves. God forgive me for saying this, but Paul would be infinitely better off with a clean bullet through his brain than having to live out his life in a hospital like that.
I received this medical journal some time ago. There's an article I reread last night. It was written by Dorothea Dix. She was head of the Army Nurses Corps. Well, she knew about those hospitals. She even worked in them for some time. She finally went to the President of the United States and told him what was going on inside those walls. Well, the President authorized Congress to appropriate money to build a hospital. A hospital, Mr. Cartwright, to treat those patients.
Did they build it?
It's just been completed. It's in Washington, D.C. It's called St. Elizabeth's. According to that article, they've already started taking in patients.
Doctor, if we could get Paul in that hospital, you think they could help him?
Well, I think so. I know they can do a lot more than what this town plans to do. That's for certain.
Well, it's full morning and he's still in there. And still shooting at anything that moved. We waited, mister. Now what?
We do all we can for a sick animal before we destroy it. Could do at least as much for Paul.
Anything more that happens is on your neck, mister.
Major, I've been out here most of the night. I'd like to get some coffee.
You know where it is.
Yeah.
Wait! Give him more time to do what? Put a bullet in all of us? I've had it. And you, mister. Clean up to my throat. I say we get him, and we get him now. Well, Major?
Get the torches ready, Toller.
Stay there.
What happens next, Mr. Cartwright?
I can't let you kill him. Just can't let you kill him, Major.
Do you intend to kill all of us in order to save him? Because that's what you're going to have to do. Get the torches ready. When I give the signal, set fire to the warehouse. Mr. Cartwright, I respect your point of view. In turn, Respect mine.
Let's go, Johnny.
Get ready for an attack. Remember, no surrender. If this is gonna be it, then take as many of them with you as you can. Fight like soldiers and die like soldiers.
Paul will be killed before he gets 10 feet out of there. We both know it. That's it, Johnny. You go first.
This is it! Here they come! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill! Kill! Kill him! Kill him! Kill! Get that ammunition up here! Get the ammo up here! Levering! Timmy! 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 Timmy!
Pa, where are you?
Hold your fire! Hold fire! Levering, you keep that ammo moving. Collins, you all right? Danforth, Kaufman? All right. Just keep your eyes open.
Please, Pa. Please answer me.
Tola, no! No!
Tom! Tom, what's happened? Tell me, I have a right to know. Is it Timmy? Is it?
He's inside.
I won't let them kill my Pa.
Timmy, come to the door. Timmy? 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 Timmy?
Paul? It's Ben. It's me, Ben Cartwright. Paul. Paul? Paul? It's me, it's Ben. It's Ben Cartwright, Paul. You know, from the Ponderosa. Paul? Come on, stop your hiding. Come on out.
Ben? Ben?
That's right. Sure, it's me. Hello, Paul. see you, Paul.
When'd you become a gunfighter, Ben? What do you got to do with those killers out there?
Paul, I'm not a gunfighter. You know me better than that. Nobody wants to kill anybody. We're your friends.
Friends? The friends that killed those men up there, Levering, Danforth, Kaufman, Collins? That friends that are going to tell their wives and their families and their kids?
Oh, Paul, you've got it all wrong. There's nobody upstairs. Those fellas, they were killed a long time ago. In the war, Paul. There's nobody up there now. Come on, I'll show you.
They're up there, all right, and they're dead. They were killed by them out there. It's a killing world, and they won't change it, but I'm going to.
Paul, I'm Ben Cartwright. From the Ponderosa. Remember I was at your house yesterday? We had a wonderful meal. Your wife, Catherine, she made it. Catherine, your wife. Your beautiful wife. And your little boy was there. Timmy. You remember Timmy? Catherine and Timmy. It's your family. I brought Timmy to say hello to you. Yeah? Timmy? Timmy, say hello to your pa. Timmy. Say hello to your pa, Timmy. Timmy?
Pa? Pa?
Timmy? 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 Tim?
Oh, watch out for the fire.
Tim!
Dollar! Fire one more shot without an order, I'll kill you personally.
All right, Cartwright. It didn't work. It didn't work. Now it's your turn. First you and then the rest of you.
Pa? Pa? I'm hurt. Please help me, Pa.
Daddy, you just have to fix that up, won't he, Jimmy?
Well, I'll take along a couple of books here, in case Doc's conversation gets dull on the way. It's a long trip to that hospital in Washington.
See what I mean? 2 days rest and already he's insulting his doctor.
I'm sorry, Doc, that you have to go all the way back there just because of me.
It's all right. I can use the time off myself.
Well, I guess I better be going.
What about Timmy and Kathy? Are they going to the stage with us?
No, I said goodbye upstairs. I think it's better that way.
Pa? You'll be coming home soon, won't you?
You take care of your mom now.
Thank you. Well, I'm on my way.
I sure don't envy you this trip.
Well, something has to be done. We know that.
Now, Joe, if it's just hard times, you tell Tom and Allie to come right back here. There's always a place for them in the Ponderosa.
All right. I hope that's all it is, just hard times.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing you. Right. this place?
Doc Jensen, veterinarian. At your service. Stable your horse, cure him if he's sick, or rent you one. What'll it be?
See, as I just got off the stagecoach, how about renting me one?
Mister, where do you plan to go with that horse?
You kind of sneak up on a man, Sheriff.
I asked you a question. Where do you plan to go with that horse?
Gonna ride out and see a couple old friends of mine.
I'd like to talk to you first.
Sure, go ahead, talk.
At my office. Over there. Down Ordnance.
What's this all about?
It's about a bank robbery and a murder. Let's go.
Guess you'll have to hold up on that horse.
Sit down.
Thanks.
For starters, where are you from?
Virginia City.
Did you stop over in Tucson very long?
Just long enough for the stage to change horses.
Put your bag up here.
Oh, come on, Sheriff. All I got in the bag is some clothes.
Put it up here. Now open it. What are you doing in Amato?
Yeah, well, this is the United States territory, isn't it? I already told you. I'm here to visit some old friends.
Those friends got a name?
Yeah, they got a name. Tom and Ellie Blackwell, you know?
I know them. Never mentioned they expected anybody.
Maybe that's because they mind their own business. Mind if I shut the bag? They didn't even know I was coming. That's why they didn't mention it. Is there any chance of you telling me where their place is?
Sure. It's about 6 miles due east of here.
Well, thank you very much. Now, if I could have my gun, I'd like to go to the hotel, check in, get a room. That is, if you're through with me.
I'm not quite through. I think I'll drive you out to the Blackwells myself. I wouldn't want you to get lost.
Benji, what are you up to now?
I'm getting a drink.
Well, make sure you don't spill any of it.
I won't.
I think your father's back. It's not our wagon, it's Sheriff King.
Who's the other man?
But I'm not sure.
Hey, Ellie!
Joe Cartwright!
Oh, it's good to see you.
Oh, what are you doing way down here?
I thought I'd just drop by. Hey, and this has got to be Benji.
Your father's namesake.
Hey, you're a big boy.
I just can't believe you're here.
I guess you two know each other.
For about 1,000,000 years, it seems.
Mama, how does the man know my name?
Because he's a very old, very dear friend. Say hello to Mr. Cartwright.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright.
I think you better call me Joe, Benji.
Sure, Joe.
Oh, just look at me if I'd had any idea
Oh,
you were
stop
coming.
worrying? Oh, it's good to see you.
Didn't you catch them robbers yet, Sheriff King?
Well, no, I haven't, Benji, but I'm working on it. You see, Mr. Cartwright, the Hollister gang robbed the bank in Tucson 3 days ago. They killed the cashier and the sheriff. They're supposed to have headed this way. And, well, you sort of fitted the description of one of them robbers. Well, anyways, we don't get many strangers in our town.
Sheriff, you didn't think that Joe here was one of the robbers, did you?
Well, Ellie, I didn't know him, and I wasn't sure you knew him until I brought him out here. Glad to know you, Mr. Cartwright.
Glad to know you, Sheriff.
I guess I can trust you with this now. No hard feelings, I hope.
No hard feelings.
Where are my manners? Come on in out of this hot sun,
Ellie,
both of you.
thanks, but I gotta get out. Is Tom back yet?
No, he's still in Nogales, looking for work.
Well, the water wagons ought to be back from Indian Springs by tomorrow. I'll fetch some out to you.
I sure would appreciate it, Sheriff. We're just about out.
Is Joe gonna stay with us?
Of course he is.
No, of course I am not. I'm gonna go in town with the sheriff and get a room and come back
I
to visit.
will not hear of it. You're gonna stay right here.
Can't argue with a lady. I'll get my bag. There you are, son.
I'll have to wait till the sheriff brings the water out before I can wash these up.
Things have been going pretty rough, huh?
No drought, no crops. I never wanted you to see me like this. Can't even serve you a decent meal.
Dinner was fine. Ellie, if things were going so bad, why didn't you let us know? You know we would have helped you.
I didn't want to ask for any charity.
Oh, now, come on. We've been friends too long for that kind of talk.
Well, I was afraid maybe Tom wouldn't like it.
Ellie, I know it's none of my business, but is there anything wrong between you and Tom?
No, of course not.
Come on, you can do this work later. Sit down for a while. You know, I read that letter you wrote to Pa.
I never meant for you and Hoss to read that. I never should have written it. Oh, I was alone here, and things were going badly, and well, I was just feeling low, that's all. I didn't expect you to come all the way down here. Oh, I guess I just wanted your Pa's shoulder to cry on. The way I used to, remember?
Yeah, I remember. You were always one of the family.
I know. I'll never forget what your father did for Tom. Getting him out of all that trouble and into the Army was the best thing ever happened to him.
Yeah, I heard he won a lot of medals.
Oh, he was so proud when he got out. Maybe too proud. Joe, he's tried so hard here. But he's done his best with his place, and it's not his fault things haven't turned out well.
How long has he been down in Nogales?
This time? 5, 6 days. He'll be around home for a while, and then it seems like he just can't stand seeing the way things are, and he has to get away.
Well, you're gonna have to try to understand him. It's something that happens to men sometimes when they can't do the kind of things they'd like to do for their families. I don't want you to worry about it. When he comes back, I'll have a talk with him. We got a lot of good farmland on the Ponderosa just waiting for a plow to dig into it.
Now, Joe, now
Now,
I
don't
didn't
give
mean-
me any of that charity nonsense or I'll put you over my knee.
Excuse me, Joe. I'll just be a minute. It's just an old Indian that comes by here. His name's Indian Pete. He comes by for table scraps. I guess no matter how badly off you are, there's always somebody has it worse.
You know, that's a good thing to remember.
You sounded just like your father when you said that. You must be dead tired after that long, hot trip.
As a matter of fact, I am.
Oh, come on. I'll show you to your room. We'll have plenty of time for talking tomorrow.
Hey, this is nice. I sure hope I'm not putting you out too much.
Of course not. Anyway, the room's not even being used. I always have Benji sleep in my room when Tom's away. I know it sounds silly, but well, I get a little scared being way out here all alone.
Doesn't sound silly at all. Good night.
Good night, Joe. never coming back.
Hey, Tom.
Joe Cartwright. What are you doing here?
Hey, well, that's a fine way to greet an old friend. How you doing?
All right, Blackwell. Well, you said hello, now step aside. I thought you said only your wife and kid was here.
I didn't know he was here. I swear I didn't.
Rita. Rita, get in here! Go find his gun. And check those rooms.
Tom, what is it? What's happening?
Well, they stopped me on the road. And they promised not to hurt anybody. Now, please, just do as they say.
You better start talking, Blackwell. Who is he?
His name's Cartwright. I didn't know anything about him coming here.
He's telling you the truth. I got here late this afternoon.
You picked a fine time. Well, you're here now. But so am I. You see this?
Yeah, I see that.
What's the setup, Rita?
The other room's empty. The kid's asleep in this one.
Now, you listen to me. My father's outside. We're gonna bring him in. He's hurt bad, so I ain't gonna worry about anybody else. Anybody gets smart, I'll kill him. And that goes for you, lady. And the kid. All right, you two, now get out. It's all right, Pa. You rest now. I'll be here with you.
You're a good son, Wade. You and me and Rita. We gotta make it.
We'll make it all right. You just hang on.
I need a doctor, son. I'm hurting bad.
When we get to Mexico, we'll get you one. A real good one.
Yeah, sure you will, son.
He looks real bad. That wound's got to be cleaned. You boil some water.
What's the matter with you? Don't you hear so good?
There isn't any water.
If you don't believe it, look for yourself.
Where's your well?
It's been bone dry for a year. We've had drought for the last 3. You see a crop within 50 miles of here?
You get water someplace.
Yeah, don't worry. There'll be some water here tomorrow. Sheriff's gonna bring some out.
Are you getting smart with me?
Well, you don't believe much of anybody tells you, do you?
Why would a sheriff deliver water?
He does it to help Ellie out when I'm gone, that's all.
We don't want no sheriff snooping around here. Let's get out of here, Wade.
Sounds like pretty good advice, Hollister.
Shut up. Go on out there and bring our saddlebags and canteens in here.
If you plan on staying around here for a while, you better figure on how you're gonna stop that sheriff.
He shows up around here, he'll get his head blowed off.
Wade, you promised there wouldn't be any shooting. My wife and boy are here.
So's Cartwright. That changes things.
Look, the sheriff wouldn't think anything about it if I went after the water in the morning.
That sounds to me like a smart way out.
How come you're getting so helpful all of a sudden, Cartwright?
I'm just trying to stop some innocent people from getting killed, that's all.
You better start worrying about keeping yourself from getting killed. It's a good idea. We'll try it.
You got no other choice.
You're just itching to have your head split open, ain't you? I said we'll try it. Now, the both of you sit over there against the wall and face it. Well, come on, hurry up. Get in there with your kid. If he wakes up, keep him quiet. And keep the door open. Take care of Pa. Fix him some soup. We gotta get some food in him. I want you to take over. I gotta get a couple hours of shut-eye.
What about me, Wade? I haven't had any sleep in 3 days.
Well, you do as I say. Ain't I got enough troubles?
Don't yell!
And do like I tell you.
My legs are getting kind of cramped. You mind if I turn around and stretch a minute?
Go ahead. Just don't stand up.
Couldn't think of it. Yeah, that's a lot better, thank you.
Don't mean you're gonna get any special privileges.
No, I suppose it doesn't.
What are you staring at?
Just you. I was just thinking, put a dress on you, fix you up a little bit. You'd be a good-looking girl. Without the gun in your hand, of course.
Just don't you forget I got this gun.
Tell me, what's it all get you?
All of what?
The killing, the robbing, running from the law. What for?
I have good times. Lots of them.
Yeah, I can see that. Having Wade order you around, have you doing his chores while he gets his rest.
Wade and old Neil and me, we understand each other.
Oh, you're a big, happy family.
Yeah. You can put it like that if you want to.
How's it all wind up?
I know how it's gonna wind up. We're getting out of here. We're going to Mexico, and Wade and me are gonna get married. In a real church. And I'm gonna have the finest... What do you care?
I really don't care, Rita. That's the sad part of it. I don't think anybody else does either.
You've stretched long enough. Turn around and face the wall. I said turn around and face the wall.
That's very good. Now you can start loading the barrels. Cartwright, you can... Wait a minute! Rita!
Yeah? What do you want?
Get in here!
What do you want?
Keep an eye on Cartwright. I thought nobody passed here.
Well, nobody does. We're a half a mile off the road.
Then who is that?
It's only Indian Pete.
What's he doing here?
Allie stops by all the time, hoping for food scraps so he can feed us all a score. He can't do no harm.
How do you know he'll keep his mouth shut?
He can't even talk, Wade. His tribe cut his tongue out when he wanted to make peace during the Apache War.
All right. Just get rid of him. Why doesn't that blasted Indian go away? Cartwright, help them load the barrels. Remember, if you're not back here in a couple hours, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Well, the water may not be there yet. They have to haul it in from Indian Springs. I don't know if those wagons will be on schedule.
Well, for your sake, they better be on schedule.
Gotta go and tell the sheriff.
I'm not risking my family.
Risk your family. What do you think you're doing now?
All right, Cartwright. Get inside. What were you two gabbing about out there?
Told him to do what you said, that's all.
If you're lying, I'll find out about it. Rita, keep an eye on Cartwright. I want to check on Pa.
Into the kitchen, Cartwright. He's getting worse. He needs a doctor.
She's right, son.
As soon as that wagon gets back, I'm gonna start packing the move.
This ain't no way for a man to die.
You ain't gonna die, Pa. I promise you that. We've been in tighter fixes than this before, and we got out.
You're a good boy, Wade. I raised you good.
You sure did. You just rest a while, Pa. I'll fix you some hot soup. There's some stuff in those saddlebags. Get it out and cook it. Use the water in the canteens.
Mommy, I'm hungry, Mommy.
Go on, get in there and take care of the kid.
Let her do it. She's his mother. I'll cook the grub.
I'm sick of you cooking. Now get in there and take care of the kid like I told you.
Just one big happy family.
I told you to get the grub.
I wish Tom would hurry up and get back. I'm getting worried.
You're gonna have reason to worry if he don't show up soon.
Don't worry, he'll be back.
Hey, Tom! How'd you get back?
Got in last night.
Did you, have any luck finding work?
No, not much. Well, I better be getting on back, Doc. We're out of water.
Yeah. Sure has been rough on all of us. Oh, say, Tom, I got a load of hay coming in. Might be a couple days' work for you.
I sure would appreciate that, Doc.
Times like these, we all gotta stick together, Tom.
Yeah, we sure do. Thanks a lot, Doc.
Keep an eye on him. Everything go all right?
Yeah. Everything went fine.
I'll send out Cartwright to help you. All right, Cartwright, get out there and help him unload.
Mommy. Mommy.
Shut that kid up, will you, Rita?
Mommy.
Can't I go to him?
Rita, did you hear me?
Mommy.
Did you get the gun?
No. I told you I wouldn't risk my family.
Hurry it up, you two.
What are you doing? Get the gun. All right, now call Rita. Call her.
Let him go, Joe.
Tom, help him!
Keep out of this, Ellie. I said let him go. I don't want to have to shoot you.
Tom, you're one of them.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. She was never supposed to know that was part of our deal.
Now get out there and unload those barrels.
You take a good look at her, Tom. She was so proud of you.
Faster ran Jack, but the giant ran faster still. With a mighty hand, the giant grabbed Jack by the seat of the pants.
By the seat of the breeches.
Oh, yeah. Ain't that what I said?
You said pants.
Oh. But Jack managed to wriggle away and reached the beanstalk just in time. He fell rather than climbed down its long green stalk.
And landed with a bounce in his mother's garden.
Oh. Say, you're a smart kid, ain't you?
He's hotter than a desert rock.
It looks badly infected. He must have a doctor.
He'll get one. As soon as we get across the border. The best money can buy. Ma'am, I want to thank you. I appreciate it.
I'd do the same for any sick animal.
How's he doing?
He's getting worse.
We'll get out of here, Ellie. We'll make it to Mexico. You and me and the boy.
Will we, Tom?
Sure we will. There's a lot of money in there. Part of it belongs to us.
Stolen money. I'd rather Benji and I were both dead than to go with you now.
Ellie, you don't mean that.
I mean it, Tom.
Oh, don't you see what a fool you were? You threw away every chance you had just because you were too weak to swallow your stupid pride.
Weak?
Yes, weak!
Well, it's easy for you to talk. You didn't scratch on this dirt like I did.
It's even hotter than it was yesterday. You find any work, Tom?
No.
The way I figured, them outlaws are still around here someplace.
Well, I doubt it, Sheriff. What makes you think so?
Been watching the border. They ain't crossed. The way I see it, that one they wounded was so bad they had to go to ground.
Well, there hasn't been anybody come by here.
You keep your eyes open. I'm making up a posse, Tom. I'd like you to join us, but I think it's better if you stay here and protect your family. I bet Ellie was glad to see you back.
Yes, she was. I sure want to thank you for hauling water to her.
No, don't mention it. She around?
Or she's taking a nap with Benji.
Yeah. Well, this hot weather sure does make you sleepy. No doubt about that. You tell your friend Cartwright that I'd like him to join us, if he's in mine, too.
All right, Sheriff. I will.
Sure got a gabby sheriff. Took his time, didn't he?
Wait, he's raising a posse. You know, they think we're still around.
Oh, I know. I heard.
Well, what are we going to do?
Well, I don't know about you, but Rita, Pa, and me are getting out of here tonight.
What do you mean you don't know about me? What about my share of the money?
What share?
Wade, you promised. Well, you ain't backing out on me now.
Ain't I? You know, Blackwell, you've been a lot of trouble to me. You ain't getting no share. So what do you plan to do about that?
I said you ain't backing out on me.
Now put that away, Blackwell. Rita!
Don't try anything, Blackwell.
I sure picked the wrong one when I picked you, didn't I?
Oh, you picked some nice friends, Tom. Some real nice friends.
All right, honey, it'll be all right.
I'll be dark in about an hour. As soon as we're ready to move Pa, you can lug a mattress out for me and tote some water for the horses. Rita, why don't you start packing the grub and fill the canteen? Wait. Watch them. Pa. Pa, just wait.
Mrs. Blackwell! Get in here, quick!
He must have fallen out of bed.
Oh, here, let me help you.
Pa? Okay, Pa. Can you hear me?
His wound's broken open. He has to have help or he'll bleed to death.
You stay here with him. Do what you can. He's in a bad way. We gotta get a doctor.
Wade, we can't take a chance.
He's dying. We gotta take a chance.
Wade.
What do you want?
I'll make a deal with you. I'm the only one who can go to town for the doctor. Just promise me that Ellie and Benji will be all right.
Oh, you think I'd trust you now? You'd come back here with the sheriff.
No, I wouldn't, Wade. Just let Ellie and Benji and Cartwright go.
Stop begging him. He's not going to listen to you. Besides, he's just soon let his old man die anyway.
I'm going to split your head open, Cartwright.
Wade, I won't double-cross you. I'm the only one you can send.
Now, there's somebody else. What about the Indian, the one that comes by every night for scraps? What about him?
Yeah, what about that old Indian? Blackwell says he can't even talk.
He can pack a note, can't he?
Are you trying to pull something, Cartwright?
Look, you can't trust Tom. It's either the Indian or you let your old man die. That's up to you. All he has to do is bring a note in to Doc Jensen.
Doc Jensen?
That's right, Doc Jensen. I met him when I was in town. He said he was a good friend of yours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Are you sure that Indian will come by?
Oh, he'll come by. He hasn't missed in 3 years.
All right, I'm gonna risk it. Get a piece of paper and a pencil, and then write what I tell you.
Might not be a bad idea to tell him your little boy's sick. That ought to bring him.
That'll get him here real quick. Start writing, Blackwell. He's coming. Go on out, give it to him.
Go on, Tom. Give him the note. Tell him to take it to the doctor.
Careful what you say. I'll be listening.
Come in.
Oh, hello, Tom. I got your...
Nice and easy, Doc.
Tom, what's this all about? I couldn't help myself, Doc.
Search him, Rita.
Ellie, what's going on?
Do what he says, Doc. Please.
Bag 2.
Just doctor stuff.
You're gonna treat a man for gunshot, Doc. And he better live.
Can't do it without my instruments.
Give me the bag. And watch that. Into the bedroom, Doc.
Mommy! Mommy!
Go take care of your kid.
He's in bad shape.
I know that. Just get busy.
The doc was right. There's something wrong in there.
He's had plenty of time to let us know if it was all right.
Wade,
What?
I think there's somebody out there.
There's no doubt about it now.
No, don't fire. Ellie and the boy are still in there.
Just keep working.
Cover the back.
Who are they? How'd they get here?
The doctor brought him on. It looks like the joke's on you, Hollister. See the man in there with your father? That's a horse doctor.
Why, you...
feet.
Tom?
There's another one in the bedroom. He won't give you any trouble.
I only did it for you and Benji.
I know. It's good to see you, Ben.
Good to see you. Yes, it sure is. Well, this must be Benji. Howdy, Benji. Somebody at the ranch just waiting to meet you. His name is Hop Singh, and he makes the best pumpkin pie there is. And he's made something special for you. Yes, sir, he's made some dumplings and fried chicken.
I like fried chicken.
How about you?
I like fried chicken, too.
Charlie, get those bags down here. We're going home.